today's most auspicious day, appearance day of Radha Kunda and Shama Kunda also at midnight. And also today is the disappearance day of Dr. S.N. Ghosh or Sujanananda Das Adhikari, disciple of Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Ṭhākura. You have read in our Parang Gurudev's biography how he first met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākura in Mayapur, in Chaitanya Math. On that same day, he also saw how Prabhupada initiated Dr. S.N. Ghosh and his wife. They got Harinam on that day. So that same Sujanananda Das Prabhu, his disappearance day is today. He was a household devotee in Gauriya Math, serving in all possible ways. But after the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada, there was that period of outwardly looking like some turmoil, but it was meant to produce or to reveal many acharyas. That was the purpose. So that time he was disturbed with all this and he disconnected himself from Gauriya Math. But after a short time, he met our Parang Gurudev, and by hearing Harikatha from him, he again became inclined for sadhu sangha, and from that time on he helped our Parang Gurudev. He offered his body, mind and money and speech and everything for the service of Chaitanya Gauriya Math, this institution by our Parang Gurudev. Fully he was engaged, everything he was assisting, helping, and he was also the first chief editor of our Chaitanya Vani magazine. Many his articles are there. That was before Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj came to our mat. And our Gurudev told that he also got many teachings from him. And whenever any difficulties arose, he used to ask him his advice, and he was expert in all fields, in worldly, legal and everything. Very competent person. And whenever, that was in early days, whenever Parang Gurudev went to preach in West India or North India, at that time there were not so many mats there. So at that time, when he was absent from Calcutta mat, he ordered the Sujanananda Prabhu to give Harikatha. Although he was household devotee, but he was speaking Harikatha in the mat. He was Prabhupada's disciple and very competent person. And you will find in biography, the lengthy one of our Parang Gurudev, how he helped in so many ways. He was also lecturer at university and also homeopathic doctor. And he knew everything, like how to conduct meetings, how to write letters, articles, etc. Then our Gurudev wrote or said, our Gurudev, means Parang Gurudev, became disappointed on his departure. We saw how our Gurudev brought his body by carrying it on his shoulders after he left this world, like Mahaprabhu took the body of Haridas Thakur on his shoulders. Our Parang Gurudev also, although a household devotee, but his god brother and pure devotee. So Dr. S.N. Ghosh disappeared on the Tithi of appearance of Radha Kunda. That is today. Whenever I was in India with Gurudev for Kartik, like in Calcutta or Delhi or wherever, even Vrindavan, on this day, I am not sure now whether it was his daughter or granddaughter. I think more likely his daughter. He always came for this festival, and always she offered feast prasad for everyone. She sponsored, and Gurudev mentioned this in Harikatha. I saw her, so Gurudev mentioned that she sponsored and that she is related to him, Sujanananda Prabhu. So today is his disappearance day. I am bowing down to him. And praying his causeless mercy. Kartiks with Gurudev were different, perfect. And today, because one time also I got a chance by Radharani's mercy to give garland to Gurudev on today's day in Delhi. Generally, some other devotee, pujari or someone, they gave garland before Harikatha to Gurudev, but on that day, by Radharani's grace, they told me to give. So I came and Gurudev was sitting on chair and he saw that I am in that function. I was carrying garland and Gurudev accepted and he leaned a little forward and I gave garland. Then I went to sit and I felt I will explode. So much energy came from within and ecstatic that I was sitting, but I thought I will explode. Then Gurudev also spoke about Raghunath Das Goswami on that, because in relation to Radha Kunda, and when he was describing about Raghunath Das Goswami's life, I saw that our Gurudev is like this. And Gurudev saying, by that you can understand, you can recognize that he's a personal associate of Supreme Lord. Speaking about Raghunath Das Goswami, but I understood beside also that by this you can understand Gurudev is personal associate of Supreme Lord, actually of Radharani. Gurudev told us what is his seva to Radharani. So those were the times. So today is the appearance day of Radha Kunda, highest transcendental realm. How it happened. Northeast of Govardhan, there is Arit Gram, because there one Aristasur, one demon, came in the form of bull, and he was disturbing and frightening all Brajavasis. They were very much afraid. Then Krishna came and challenged him to fight. Then they were fighting and there was tremendous fighting. Ultimately Krishna killed him. Then after that, Gurudev told, we are actually not eligible to describe this, but because it is this day and also Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur spoke about it in Brajamandal Parikrama, so I am remembering that. He said, then Krishna came to touch the transcendental sacred body of Radharani. But Radharani stepped back, did not allow. She said, no, you cannot touch me, because you are a sinner. You killed a cow. Bull is male, cow means Go Jati belongs to that species. It is a great sin. Then Krishna said, no, he was a demon. I killed the demon. He was in the form of bull. And Radharani said, it may be, but still you killed cow, you killed bull, so you are a sinner. You cannot touch me. I will become impure. Then Krishna asked, then what I have to do now? Then Radharani said, only if you take bath in all holy rivers, holy ponds, holy all waters, only then you can be freed. Then Krishna smiled, said, okay. Then with his heel on the foot, he pushed into the earth and he made a big hole there. And then all the holy rivers, ponds, kundas, everything, they came there in their transcendental presiding deity forms, and they bow down to Krishna and they introduce themselves. I am Prabhas Kshetra, I am Ganga, I am Kaveri, I am all different. I am Brahma Kunda in Kurukshetra. All they came and they bowed down to Krishna and they entered that Kunda, which became known as Shyama Kunda, or sometimes Krishna Kunda also they say, Krishna Kunda. Radha Kunda and Krishna Kunda or Shyama Kunda. Then Krishna took bath there and then he displayed, this is all Leela we have to understand, he displayed some pride. You see, I can do whatever I want. Then Radharani and the gopis, they became insulted and they also became like confident, self-esteem. And they said, we also can do Kunda. Then they, gopis, they excavated by their hands and by their bracelets. They excavated also one Kunda next to Shyama Kunda. But there was no water. Then Krishna told, you can take my water from my Kunda. Then they were even more hurt. Their pride was hurt. Then they said, no, your Kunda's water is impure because the sin of killing a cow is there inside. We will not take that water. And they said, we will bring water from Manasi Ganga. You know, in Govardhan Parikrama we do Manasi Ganga. That Manasi Ganga is also brought by Krishna. Because one time, Nanda Maharaj and Jashoda Devi and Brajavasis, they thought, let us at least once in life take bath in Ganga. It is very auspicious. So they made that plan that they will go to Bengal or at least up to Varanasi or someplace to take Ganga bath. Then Krishna thought, why they will take this trouble? I will bring Ganga here. Why they should go? So he brought Manasi Ganga. That is mental Ganga, means Krishna brought. And that is same Ganga, not different. In Manasi, if you take bath there, it is same. So Radharani and Gopis, they thought, then they brought many pots, they will bring water from Manasi Ganga to their Kunda. Then Krishna said, no need. And he ordered all those sacred rivers and ponds and kundas and everyone to go and submit to Radharani and give their identity and request her. So then they came and they showed themselves. They said, we are here in Shyama Kunda. Then by much humbleness and surrender and request, then Radharani said, okay. Then they pierced that bank in between Shyama Kunda and Radha Kunda. And then that water came into Radha Kunda. Bol Shri Radha Kunda ki Jai. And water of Radha Kunda is always little lower than Shyama Kunda because of this. And Radha Kunda is not different from Radharani. Shyama Kunda is not different from Krishna. It is described by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he came from Puri to Brajamandal and was doing parikrama. Then he came to this arid gram and he asked, what are the holy places here? What is that pond there? Then the villagers did not know. They only said that pond is Kali and that is Gauri. Kali means black. Gauri means bright or golden. Then Mahaprabhu revealed, yes, this is Shyama Kunda, that is Radha Kunda. And he took bath there. That time they were not big ponds. And Mahaprabhu also took, it is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu took that mud, earth from Radha Kunda and put tilak with that. So some Vaishnavas, they wear that kind of tilak, that is okay. One is Gopi Chandan, one is from Radha Kund, mat, another is from Tulsi earth. Also you can make tilak. These three are allowed. Then later on, Raghunath Das Babaji Maharaj, Raghunath Das Goswami, he, in Jayavadharma, his disciple is Raghunath Das Babaji, in Jayavadharma, disciple of Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami was doing bhajan there, in Radha Kund. Then one day this desire came in his heart, I want to make nice here, Radha Kund, with all the steps and the ghats. I want to make nicely so that pilgrims, they can respect nicely. So he was thinking, but he was renounced nothing. So then he thought, no, this is why I'm thinking like this, and he gave up. He was chanting. But one very rich merchant, when he was going to Char Dham in Himalaya, Jamunotri, Gangotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. Then in Badrinath, Narayan Diti, he wanted to offer him a large sum of money for his seva. Then Badrinath Narayan appeared in his dream and said, no, don't give me money here. You go to Brajadham, you go to Radhakund. There is Raghunath Das Goswami. He wants to make Radhakunda and Shyamkunda nice, so you give him that money. Then he came to Raghunath Das Goswami and told him that Badrinath sent me here. Then Raghunath Das Goswami thought, okay, it is desire of Supreme Lord. So then he used that money and he made nicely. And for Shyama Kunda, he wanted to make also rectangular, but in dream he got dream of Pancha Pandavas. Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev. They said, no, we are here in the forum of trees, don't cut us. We are here doing our sadhana to attain the grace of Radha Krishna, so you don't cut us. Then Raghunath Das Goswami did not cut. That is why Shyama Kunda is not perfect rectangular. It is little like this. And so then this Radha Kund with all the ghats, like it is now, and Rupa Goswami, he heard from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he wrote in Upadeshamrita. Our Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said in 1925, on Radhashtami day, in his Harikatha that during the time of Nimbarka Acharya, there was not much known about Radharani. Only simple glories were mentioned, and only this Ras Lila in Vrindavan under Bhāṣyam, that was considered to be the highest. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed to Rupa Goswami that actually Radha Kunda is the highest, and that pastime in Radha Kunda during midday is the highest. That is why you will also find in our Gurudev's Kartik handbook, he mentioned this point. And also you will find we will come to that point in Upadeshamrita, commentary to 9th verse by Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, he mentioned that other sampradayas like Nimbarka, they are also in Madhurja Rasa, but without devotion to Gauranga, they don't know the glories of Radha Kunda in those pastimes. So that is highest. And Rupa Goswami wrote in Upadeshamrita that Vaikuntha is transcendental realm. For Kumaras, they were attached to Brahma Jyoti meditation, but getting the scent of the Tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Narayan, they gave up that, Brahmananda, and started worshipping Narayan. So Vaikuntha is superior to Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is above Biraja, and Biraja is above these 14 planetary systems. So you should not think Vaikuntha is something low. That is not the point here. Vaikuntha is transcendental realm. Narayan, Lakshmi, full bliss. But Rupa Goswami said, superior to Vaikuntha, transcendentally superior is Mathura Dham. Why? Because Krishna made his pastimes of appearance there. And he is having parents. So that Vatsalya Bhav is there. It is not in Vaikuntha. So that is superior, Mathura. But superior to Mathura is Vrindavan, because there Ras Lila happened, or is happening. Ras Lila is Madhurja Rasa, consorthood of love under Bhāṣyam, and but superior to Vrindavan is Govardhan, because there Krishna lifted that Govardhan, and there are so many intimate pastimes of Krishna with Radharani and Chandravali group there. Gurudev said very esoteric pastimes there, very secret pastimes in the caves of Govardhan. So that is superior. And superior even to Govardhan is Radha Kunda, because there that love of Krishna is overflowing, and most highest pastimes are going on there in the degree of rasa, highest, and that is during midday in Ashtakalya Lila. So just recently I read in the commentary of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Bhakti-Rakshidhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, he explained in Vrindavan, there in that Rasa Lila, there are all kinds of gopis, so many groups, and also sadhans, siddhas, and all kinds of gopis. But in Govardhan, only two groups, that group of Chandravali and of Radharani. Among all gopis, Chandravali and Radharani are topmost. But in Upadeshamrita, we find that among these two, Chandravali and Radharani, Radharani is superior, supreme. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained that in Radha Kunda, only the group of Radharani's gopis are there. Those who are fully devoted to her. That is why we have these 8 ghats around Radha Kunda and 8 kunjas of Ashtasaki, Lalita, Vishaka, Champakalata, Chitra, Sudevi, Tungavida, Induleka, Rangadevi. 8. And Manjaris are there, maid servants. So Radha Kunda, because of this, Radha Kunda is supreme. Because Radharani has topmost prema, and there only these gopis are there who are fully assisting Radharani. And you know, in north side of Radha Kunda, there is Lalita Kunja. And you will find in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Gita Mala. There he describes, I am the resident of Lalita Kunja, also known as Swananda Sukada Kunja. My name is Kamala Manjari, and I am 12.5 years old, and this is the color of my sari, and this is my seva. Everything he described there, and also I am a resident of Swananda Sukada Kunja in Lalita Kunja. That is why you will find, if you go to Radha Kunda Parikrama, in north side, there is one ashram called Braja Swananda Sukada Kunja. One is in Godrundvip, Swananda Sukada Kunja. This is in Brinda, in Radha Kund. There, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur did pastime of doing bhajan on the bank of Radha Kunda. Before we sang this song, I will read translation. Radha Kunda Tata, we sang. So this is Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. A vine-covered bower on the banks of Radha Kunda. That is Radha Kunda Tata Kunja Kutira. Kutir, Kunja Kutir. A vine-covered bower on the banks of Radha Kunda. Govardhan Hill, the shores of Jamuna, Kushum Sarovar, if you go south from Radha Kunda, the Parikrama, Manasa Ganga, the daughter of the Kalinda mountain is who? Kalindi, that is Jamuna, and with her expansive waves. Bongshibad, Gokul, Dhira, Samir, the trees, creepers and shrubs of Vrindavan, the birds and deer, a cooling breeze from the Himalaya hills, peacocks and bumblebees, pastimes with the Murali flute, the Venu flute, the Horan bugle, footprints in the dust of that land, banks of clouds, springtime, the crescent of the moon, the conch and the karatalas. I know that all these elements are most favorable to the divine couple's loving exchanges, and thus I consider them udipan, or stimuli, that invokes remembrance of their playful, amorous pastimes. I will not go anywhere giving up such stimuli, for to abandon them is to give up my very life. Bhaktivinoda says, please listen, O Khan, means Krishna, your Udipan is my very life and soul. Our Gurudev in his last 3 years, when he was preparing to leave, he always requested this song to be sung. Sometimes he also sang himself, Radha Kunda Tata, to show where is he. Then another song we sang before recording started, Chintamani Moy, also written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Chintamani Moy Radha Kunda Tata means the banks of Sri Radha Kunda are made of transcendental desire fulfilling gems. Nearby there are hundreds and hundreds of beautiful kunjas. The trees and creepers, which are made of coral, are weighty with an abundance of pearl fruits. A small cottage is beautifully situated within the enchanting grove known as Swananda Sukada Kunja. Oh, when shall I sit there and sing the holy names of Sri Krishna with the desire to attain his service? That is north side. Then later on, Srila Bhakti Saraswati Thakur also did his bhajan there. That place is preserved. You can go see that place. Now Gauriya belongs to, it is under the management of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. At that time, the song of the transcendental flute will enter this maid servant's ear. When you get when transcendental revelation happens, then automatically your transcendental form also is revealed in relation to that. So he's saying that transcendental flute will enter this maid servant's ear. I shall become overwhelmed in ecstasy and forget everything due to the song of Sri Krishna's flute, saying, Radhe Radhe, the flute will call the name of my worshipful mistress. You know, there are many holes in that Krishna's flute, and for each tone there is specific effect, whom he is calling, either cows or also Brahma Shiva. They are bewildered, and Jamuna goes in another direction or becomes stunned, or all this. So 1/5 is also for gopis, but one whole is especially only for Radharani. So that he played here. That tone was Radhe Radhe. So now Kamala Manjari is hearing, saying, Radhe Radhe, the flute will call the name of my worshipful mistress, Radharani. Hearing that sound, this maid servant will jump up, startled and astonished, wondering how she shall live. Now the seva will come, because Krishna is calling Radharani, and also Manjari, Saki, they will also go to serve Radharani. So this song is in Radha Kund, all written by Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, because he is serving there. Our Gurudev also told, I am under Rupa Manjari, they are under Nayan Moni Manjari, that is Srila Bhaktisana Saraswati Thakur, and under Kamala Manjari, that is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And because there are many Sahajiyas, Prabhupada, but they think one can easily get things of transcendental. It is not so easy. By imagination they think they can get, but they cannot get. So it is written by Rupa Goswami, Radha Kunda is highest. Radharani is highest, and her Kunda is not different from her, it is highest. So who will not do bhajan there, or who will not want to attain that service? In Upadeshamrita we will come there. So if one will once bath in that Kunda, he will get that prem, which is even difficult for Narad to get. What to speak of others, sadhakas. Beginners, our Guru said beginners. But point is, we think that this beginner or not beginner or like this, it depends on time. No, I'm not beginner. I was initiated already many years ago. I was initiated. So I'm not beginner. This is not the point of time. It is the point of your level of bhajan. What is your advancement in bhajan? Beginners means those who are sadhakas, who are practitioners. They want to attain. If Narad, who is Siddha, a premik bhakta, cannot attain that, then how ordinary sadhaks can? That is the point. Not 5 years ago I already took initiation, so I am not beginner. I can attain. That is Sahajiya Bhav. It is not so easy, and to bath there. How one did Ravan can take Sita? Never. Sita is transcendental, Ravan is lasting. How? He cannot even see Sita. What to speak of Tatsita? Like that, Radha Kunda is not something we can just attain, acquire. Or bathing in Radha Kunda. Yeah, I will buy ticket daily, then from there taxi, and then taxi Govardhan Radha Kunda, and there I can take bath. It is not like that. Dham, who can enter Dham? One who is inclined to serve, who is surrendered. He can enter Dham, otherwise he will be on cover in Maya. He will go to shop and eat halwa, rasagula, these things. That is their Radha Kunda pilgrimage. It is not so easy. So Prabhupada, by his own example, he never took bath in Radha Kunda, never entered inside. Why? Because he saw Radha Kunda is not different from Radharani, her transcendental form or body, not different. How I can put my feet into Radha Kunda? My object of worship, Radharani, how I can put feet there? So he bowed down to Radha Kunda and took only water on his head with great respect. That is to show, by his own example, that we should not take things lightly and go there and swim, enjoy. Oh, very nice, Radha Kunda. Yes, very good. It is not like that. That is highest transcendental realm. You cannot enter with this material body, material consciousness, with lust, with these things. That is why Prabhupada wrote, we will come to that point in Upadeshamrita, what is the meaning of taking bath in Radha Kunda? One who is released from gross and subtle bodies, misidentification, means then also all desires, everything, and attains that transcendental form in the service of Radharani, and for the whole life he will assist Radharani in her service. That is taking bath in Radha Kunda. We will come to that point in Upadeshamrita. So that kind of, it is not prohibited to take bath in Radha Kunda, but Prabhupada wanted to show you should not enter there with enjoying spirit, but you should know this is the highest object of worship. So if respectfully someone goes with service inclined, that is okay. He showed by his own example why he did not, because he had that realization, this is Radharani. So how we can think so easily to attain that? Then one second. It will become more clear when we will read Upadeshamrita with the commentary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura and Bhakti Sansarasa Ṭhākura. Gurudev told these Sahajiyas, they are afraid of Upadeshamrita. They think it is like Yamaraj. Because there it is stated. So also I was very eager. I heard in 99 already, soon after I got my Harinam initiation, I heard, also in Upadeshamrita, I heard Radha Kunda is highest. And I saw some photos. So I was very eager because that Brajamandal Parikrama came, 99, my first Brajamandal Parikrama. Then I was very eager when we will go to Radha Kunda, that is highest. So, and then that day came, but it was together with Govardhan Parikrama. So in Govardhan, then one devotee said, because Gurudev was walking almost full, then they took him little with car to reach Radha Kunda a little earlier. Then one devotee told me, let us go quickly, then we'll be there with Gurudev. So we walked quickly and we entered that mat established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, Kunja Bihari Gauriya Mat in Radha Kund. There, Gurudev was there, received by those devotees there in the room. Then I entered and Gurudev said, smiling, said this mat was established by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. But then it was already night, so at that time we could not, with these physical eyes, I could not see much. But next day it was rest day, so some devotees said we can go now to Radha Kund because it was near. And I asked permission from Gurudev, and he said, yes, you can go, but don't go inside. Don't bath inside there, because you will go to middle, and then suddenly you will become very sleepy, and you will go to Vaikuntha. Means this is the word, you will die. So we said, don't go. Then of course I did not go. Even before I had no plan, but Gurudev told, you don't go swimming there. You will become sleepy and you will go to Vaikuntha. Means you will drown, you will die. Because it is not so easy. We cannot go there for enjoyment. So Gurudev made me understand that that is not some ordinary place meant for enjoyment. So then we went with those devotees, and I still remember then one those who were priests there, immediately he took us, yes, you do puja, and what is your name, and everything, these sweets, all this. I was new, I did not know anything. I just said, yes, this. But I still remember one thing. When he was asking me everything, then he said, what is your guru's name? Then I said, Gurudev's name, then his face like became very serious. Means just by hearing his name, he was like impressed. That I still remember, impression on his face. He became serious. Then that was done, and Radha Kund. So in Radha Kund there are many pastimes we are hearing now during Kartik, midday, noon time. That is the highest. According to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is Radha Krishna himself, and Rupa Goswami revealed, we will read about this. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained, because of this, there only Radharani's group is there, present. And Radharani's love is highest. So she is extracting maximum rasa from Krishna, because most surrendered we are hearing excessive subservience to Krishna. So only those who are in the service of Radharani, they can attain. That is why our Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur also showed by his own example, again, because Prabhupada, his whole life was to expose Sahajiyas and to help them, and also to help sincere souls, not to go in that direction. So he told to his disciples, you make one bhajan kutir for me in Govardhan. I will stay there. I am not eligible to stay in Radha Kund. That is highest realm. My gurus, they can stay there. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gorkishwar Das Babaji, they can stay there. I am not qualified to stay there, but I have to be near, because whenever they will call me for some seva, then I can quickly come and do seva and come back. Means showing by example. Also our Parangurudev expressed the same thing. Our Gurudev also expressed same thing in that Bhajan Kutir in Govardhan, that we should not take lightly this Radha Kund. Yeah, ticket, taxi, and I'm in Radha Kund, Manjari Bhab, all, yes, it's not so easy. You come and you immediately get Manjari Bhav. All means those who are, they will offer, yes, Manjari Bhav you can get, yes, take. It's not so easy. Manjari Bhav is highest, that is true, but there is a process given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, given by Rupa Goswami and our Guru Vargas. If we follow, then we can attain by their grace. Also, we are following Kartik VRATA, so just little I will read from the, so today is Radha Kunda appearance day. Radha Kunda in Braja Dham is there. Also Radha Kunda is in Navadip Dham, because all places which are all over India, our holy places, all are in Navadip Dham. Also Braja Dham, also Radha Kunda. One is in Ritudvip, we heard from Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. Another is Bhava Radha Kunda, is in Nishodhyan. There Mahaprabhu is doing his midday pastimes. So seeing that, Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura said, the remembrance of Radha Kund comes to my mind, and I want that place to be the eternal place of my bhajan, that Ishodhyan garden. That Ishodhyan garden was revealed by our Parangurudev. Ishodhyan. Isha means Radharani. Isha. Isha is male, means Krishna, Isha, and Isha with long A. Isha is Radharani. Udyan means garden, so Ishodhyan means garden of Radharani, means Radha Kunda. So our Parangurudev first revealed that place, and he first made that mat there, and behind he also revealed Radha Kunda, he excavated, later on also Shama Kunda, and now it is very nicely made. And that is Radha Kunda in Mayapur. And today, by some great fortune, I could see now last 3 Kartiks when I was in India, I was always there. So we did this Radha Kunda Puja on today's day, and Parikrama and offering bhog to Radha Kunda, offering lamps. Very nice festival. Today I saw it online, live, very nice, and also Gurudev's Bhajan Kutir, Parangurudev's Bhajan Kutir, and Ditis, Guru Gaurango, and Prabhupada also is there, and Panchatattva, and Radha Madan Mohan. They showed everything, and there was a big kirtan. So today, but the main is at midnight in that is Bahula forest. That is why Bahulashtami. Midnight in Radha Kund, devotees, they will take bath there in Radha Kund, in Brajadham. Now already they are taking because of time difference. In midnight is appearance. So I am bowing down to Radha Kund. You know Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi is there. He was the first Mahant. So I am bowing down to Radha Kund and praying for her causeless mercy for the seva. Also Shama Kund, praying for his seva. Sakis around Radha Kund and Priyanarma Sakas around Shama Kund. They are having their own kunjas there. And actually only those who are fully sincere, they have eligibility to stay in Radha Kund and serve Radha Kund. Those who are fully sincere, no duplicity, no other desires, they can stay. So I'm praying for causeless mercy. And Prabhupada Radha Kunda is the highest, where there is inundation of prema. That Radha Kund is one with Radharani. Then 4th verse of Śīkṣāṣṭaka. Translation: I do not desire wealth, companions, or beautiful poetry, O Lord of the universe. Birth after birth, O Lord, let me have unconditional bhakti to you. Another one thing I remember just now. In 2006, after Mumbai program with Gurudev Kartik, then we went to Brajadham and did Govardhan Parikrama, and we came to Radha Kund, and there too, that Kunja Bihari Gauriya Mat. Then that one sannyasi who was that time in charge there, he invited us, you come here and do bhajan here. You stay here and do bhajan there. Then I said, if that I will have to consult with Gurudev. They said, yes, you can ask him. He knows me very well. You can ask him. So when I got chance, then I asked Gurudev, and he said, Radha Kunda is the highest thing. Prabhupada saw Radha Kunda as non-different from Radharani. That is why he never entered, but put on head only and bow down. So we cannot have touch, contact with that highest transcendental realm if we don't follow the instructions of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Ṭhākura. Then Gurudev said that line, Shri Daita Das, Kirtanete Ash, Koro Uchek Svare Harinam Rop, Kirtana Prabhave Smarana Hoibe, Sei Kale Nirjan Bhajan Sambhav. Because some his disciples, without taking his permission, they left the mat and they went to Radha Kund to do bhajan in secluded place, like they will chant Harinam, and inside they will think of Radha Krishna Lila and serve mentally, but without taking permission of Prabhupada. Then Prabhupada wrote this song, Oh my mind, what kind of Vaishnava you are. For the sake of name and fame, you want to go to secluded place to do bhajan, but I tell you that your chanting of Harinam is total cheating. Total cheating. Then he explained why. Because that is for name and fame. But later he explained in the song, giving up Radha Nija John. You are giving up personal associate of Radharani and going to secluded place. Who is Prabhupada? Prabhupada is Nayan Muni Manjari. Directly Radharani's maid servant. Giving up him, you think you can reach Radha Kunda, and mentally you will think Lila. In Lila also you have to submit to your Guru, to that guide under whom you will serve. Lalita Saki, Rupa Manjari, you have to submit there. You cannot whimsically do as per your. So if you are not practicing this, if you are not accepting this principle in this world, what is the proof that your imagination of that Lila is something real? Without taking permission of Radha Nija John, Prabhupada used this word, Radha Nija John, own person of Radharani, you are giving up and going. That is all cheating, total cheating. So at the end of this song, Gurudev quoted, Shri Daita Das Kirtanete Ash Kora Uchai Sare Harinam Rop. Shri Daita Das always begs for kirtan, loud kirtan. Kora Uchai Sare Harinam Rop. And Gurudev explained this means, loud kirtan means without offenses, from the core of heart, loud. And kirtana prabhave smarana hoive. By that kirtan, when your heart will be clear, then that kirtan will reveal everything to you internally. Then it is possible to do bhajan in secluded place, because always you will be with gopis and not alone. Outwardly look like alone, but they are always with gopis. those who are on that level. But if you are not on that level, then that is not for you. And without taking permission, they thought, no, let us do bigger bhajan. That is hypocrisy. So Gurudev told, if we want to attain that highest transcendental realm, then we have to follow the teachings of Prabhupada, because he's from there. And then he said, that is okay if we go to visit that mat, Kunja Bihari, Gauriya Mat, established by Prabhupada, bow down and pray for grace, that is good. But for staying, it is better to be at our own mats. Because that is your home mat, and now I am explaining. Gurudev said only up to this point. It is better to stay at our own mats. But by Gurudev's grace, I understood, because like in school, there are many classes, many divisions of same like this. But one is your class. So in your class, you have to advance. So our Parangurudev gave certain program based on Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura and Gurudev following, all are following. So together you can advance nicely because it is suitable for you. That is why Krishna put you there. So for practice and staying, you have to be fixed in that procedure, that explanation, that all this. You can give respect to others, pray for grace, that is okay, meeting sometimes. But for staying, means for doing bhajan, and for this it is better to stay at our own mat, or our own mats. That I remembered also now. And then Gurudev said, and you have to read this Upadeshamrita, 11 verses. Every verse, carefully, you have to read. 11 verses. Not missing one, or jumping, or only first verse and not other. No, all 11 verses you have to go through and practice that. So, this fourth verse, only little I will read, Srila Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. The phrase Sundaring Kovitang refers to piety, that is dharma, described in the Vedas. The word Dhan refers to artha or wealth, and the word John refers to wives, sons, and other objects of desire, that is Kam. So na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim means this. No dharma, artha, or kama. But it is not that I only have no desire for enjoyment in the form of dharma, artha, and kama. I also am not a seeker of non-rebirth in the form of liberation, mukti, from the repetition of birth. I do not engage in service to you because of these four aims of life, that is dharma, artha, kama, moksha, or out of motivation for any other selfish desire. No, I am eager to serve you simply for the sake of your service. Tomorrow we will further hear. Tomorrow also is very special day, Vaishnavas. We will hear about them, but at least something we will also read from here to follow Kartik vow. Very well.